Don't think that buying yourself a 35K watch is gonna make you really rich. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 signs that you will be rich one day. So many people ask me today, Eric, how is it that you got to be $1 million investor on Shark Tank? And how is it that they selected you to be a shark and not anybody else? And I always say that a lot of this I had in my knowing. I knew it all of the way that this was going to unfold, even from the moment I was a dropout at college at the age of 19. Like, I was never that academic type. So if you were to look at my grades back then and to say, hey, he's gonna become a millionaire, or he's gonna make so much money, or he's gonna be rich, or he's gonna be famous, or he's gonna be speaking all around the world on the biggest platforms out there with great leaders like James Caan and Richard Branson and all of these celebrity entrepreneurs out there, nobody would have believed you. But there's one thing I had all of the way, is the knowing, is because I had these 3 signs that I'm going to share with you in this video, and I knew it all the way. And if you start figuring this out for yourself, you will also have the knowing. And then obviously if you have the knowing, you can then attract and also put yourself on the journey to becoming rich. But before I get into it, show reel. Hit it.
People have today isn't that they're struggling, isn't that they can't get out of their shit. It's because the shit that they're in isn't big enough. And why I say that is because if that shit was big enough right now, if the people had a gun pointed to their head, they would actually get their ass moving. Always understand that emotions is what leads to motion. It's energy in motion. So if your emotional drive is not strong enough, you're not going to do anything to get out of it.
What's up guys, Eric Ho here, international speaker, entrepreneur and best-selling author, and I'm so excited with this video that I'm going to share with you, because I'm going to share with you the 3 signs that you will be rich one day. Now, how do we actually know that certain people are going to be rich or certain people aren't going to be rich? Because there are traits, there are personality types, there are habits, there are rituals that you can see within a person. Now, the thing is, over the last, I think around 5 years now, I've been coaching thousands and thousands and thousands of people all around the world, right? From people who are just starting out in business to people who are already super successful but want to take it to that next level. And what I found is that out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people, the majority will still always fail. And it's only the minority that succeed. And my thought process was always to try and figure out, why is it that some people can, like, whatever they do, it seems like they just attract gold, they just attract money. And why is it that some people, they work really, really hard, they've been working for so many years, slaving away, and they're really nice people, yet we talk about karma, we talk about all of these things, but they don't seem to be getting that wealth in. They don't seem to be making that money. Why is that so? And it's all down to these 3 signs that I'm going to share with you now. So the first thing is having an abundance mindset. Now, what do I mean by this? First of all, what I find is this: a lot of people, if you see they have an abundance mindset, it's very likely that they will accumulate some sort of success or wealth. And the reason behind this is because they can see that there is abundance of everything out there. There is abundance of money out there. If you look at it this way, most people, when they walk around, they're always like, oh, why do I never get the opportunities? Oh, you know, it's like, oh, he's making all the money, or this person's making all the money. Or they look at different business or different opportunities and they think, oh, there's already a lot of people doing it already, so, you know, it's already too late. They think that there's not enough money out there, which is like absolutely crazy, because there's a lot of money out there, so they have this scarcity mindset. So when you see someone with a scarcity mindset, I know immediately that it's going to be very, very hard. They need some super breakthrough. They need some aha moments, some paradigm shift before they can actually shift that mindset, get rid of those limiting beliefs, and understand that there is an abundance of money and wealth out there waiting for them to grab right now. But the biggest problem is this: if you can't see it, you can't grab it. And if you can't see it right now, that changes everything for you. And that's why a lot of people who have the savers mindset, okay, if you're one of those people right now, you probably really connect with this. Because I have an aunt of mine, through growing up, I used to always see it, and you've probably had these experiences before. She would save money, save money, save money. She would save money. She would literally walk through one door, switch off the light, go to the next door, turn on the light, and save money on electricity, save money on water, save money on everything, saving, right? And you would think that somebody who's so saving will accumulate a lot of money through time, but that's not the way it is. Because the abundance mindset isn't there. They think they need to save to be able to make money, and not that there's plenty of money out there, plenty of wealth out there to accumulate. And so with people like that, what you always see is very interesting. You always see the savers mindset people will always struggle with money. And the reason behind it is because there are certain things that always happen to them and you don't know why. It's very hard to explain. Like, for example, I remember when my auntie would drive her car and then the car would just break down. It would be a brand new car and then she would need to get the whole engine fixed. And then that'll be another few $1,000s. And then she'll keep putting money out on these random things and money will be lost all the time. Her house would get burgled. All of this stuff starts happening. Why? This is the simple principles of the laws of attraction and the laws of the universe. So we need to understand, when we can see that there's infinite out there and we are not trying to hold on with that scarcity mindset, then we allow everything to flow in. Some of you may have heard this story before. Thousands of years ago, the Africans would go out catching monkeys. And how they would actually catch monkeys is they would get a coconut and they would tie a string to the coconut, right? A rope to the coconut, and they would hide behind the tree. They would drill a hole inside the coconut and put some peanuts in. And what will happen is the monkeys will come along, they will put their hand inside the coconut to grab the nuts, and then the monkey will be pulled along behind the tree and then get caught in that way because they're holding onto the nuts. Now this is a very, very interesting concept. Because they put their hand into the hole this way, they held on to the peanuts and they wouldn't let go. This is a very powerful thing. The moment you let go, what happens is you allow that space for things to flow in. It's a very powerful concept, and this is exactly how money works and wealth works as well. So we have to understand there's an abundance out there. Don't hold a scarcity mindset where we need to hold on to our money. Instead, we need to know how to invest our money properly, invest it out there, not just save money, not spend money, but the word is invest. And I always like to do this in my videos. If you comment below now and write invest money. And the reason I do this is because I do something in a lot of my events called accelerated learning. And a famous guy called Edgar Dale, he was an educationist, and he used to find that a lot of people who listen to things, they will learn on one level and they won't really retain the information. But the interesting thing is when people take notes or write things down or type things out, that retention level will go up by 30, 40, 50%. But then what's interesting further to that is he found that people who actively participate, now I know that it sounds really silly to participate to a video right now, okay? But when you participate and your energy is thrown out there, so you can actually repeat after me and say, invest in things, right? And if you say that, then that energy puts it out there and your retention level sets at 80 to 90%, meaning that you will remember all of this stuff and it logs into the subconscious mind. So you are even subconsciously attracting wealth, right? It becomes very, very powerful. So I'd like you right now to type in invest money, okay? Remember, you want to invest money, not spend money, right? Not save money, you want to know how to invest money. Now the second thing, this flows on nicely to the second thing. The second thing is allowing for flow. Now what does this mean? It means you need to understand energy is everything and everything is energy. Everything is energy. So what does this actually mean? Very simple. Money, wealth is also energy. It's an interesting world we live in because people see money to be one thing and spirituality to be another thing. It's like spirituality means that you need to go out there, shoes off, socks off, stand on the grass, draw the energy from the grass, and not have any belongings, not have any materials, things like that. But then what we live in today, whether we like it or not, is a world where money is important. Some people will say, money isn't important, Eric. I question you one thing. The food you ate today, was that not the result of money? Right? The house you live in, the car you drive for convenience, was that not the result of money? You say money isn't very important? Very simple. Go to our HGiving, www.hgiving.com. We have our own non-profit organization that I set up around 7 years ago. We go out, feed the kids in Kenya. You think money isn't important? Go on that website right now. Donate all of your money towards the charity. Because one thing I know for sure is that my 300 plus kids out in Kenya, they really value money, because without money, most of them wouldn't be living right now. The question really is this: how do we make money without sacrifice? You don't need to sacrifice your friends, sacrifice your family, sacrifice love, sacrifice any of these things. How do you do it? Understanding that there's an abundance out there and you do not need to lose something to gain another thing. You can absolutely have it all. That's what I want you to type in now below, right? I can absolutely have it all. Once you drill this into your mindset, your mind will start shifting, and therefore you will also start vibrating at a different level and attracting at a different level. Your focus will start to shift. They say where focus goes, energy flows and results show. So this second thing on allowing for flow, what does this mean? It means if you understand that money is energy, energy goes out and energy comes in. Right? And what does this mean? It means you need to understand one simple concept, which goes nicely from the first point to not try to save your money. You need to learn to put your money out to get money back. One very, very simple example for you. I was doing internet marketing, right? I got into all this Facebook marketing and digital marketing stuff. You can check out the videos. Maybe I'll put some links below as well so you can check them out. I did some videos recently teaching you step by step how I actually made $1 million in 11 months using Facebook marketing. And it's very powerful. Now, the thing is this, when I was doing that, I remember the reason why I started Facebook marketing was because somebody told me, Eric, you should try not just the conventional businesses, exporting and franchising. He said, you should try online. Why are you not throwing money online? And I said, but I am online. They said, yeah, but all you're doing is all the organic stuff, your free stuff. You've got, I think I've got around 500,000 following on Facebook or something. But he said, you're not really paying money to actually make money. I said, what do you mean? He said, you can pay money out to make money. And I started to understand that this concept of energy, this concept of money flows within everything we do. Facebook marketing, you put money out, you get money in. That's how you need to understand flow. The people who say, oh, I don't want to spend money on my business. I don't want to spend money. That's a scarcity mindset. You're not allowing for flow to happen. So the second thing is allow for flow. Understand this, what comes in must go out. What goes out must come in. But be wise where that money is going. Again, not spending on liabilities. You are investing in assets. And if you, by the way, if you're interested in understanding how to invest your money or how to money manage, just comment below. And then if I get enough comments on money management and investing, maybe I'll create a video on there teaching you step by step how I invest my money and how I was able to make myself financially free by the age of 24, right? So if you're interested in that stuff, just type it below and I'll create a separate video to teach you that stuff, okay? So anyway, allowing for flow, that's the second thing. The final thing, number 3, okay, is to know how to set it and forget it. It was around 2 months ago now, I wrote a book called Set It and Forget It, because I read the book The Secret, some of you may have read, quite a few years back now. And I remember when I first read it, I thought, what a pile of rubbish, what's it talking about? Close your eyes, visualization, how can this happen, And I thought, but why not just give it a shot? Because at the end of the day, what am I going to lose from trying? And then I went on trying the principles, and some things worked, some things didn't. And I never really got why. Sometimes I apply it, it's a really great result. And I can apply the same thing on a different day, and it's not such a great result. And the difference was the moment I was able to forget it. What does this mean? It means this. Setting a goal is important. Right? Without a goal, without a destination, you can't really hit a target. It's like getting into a car, not having a GPS, not setting any destination and hoping that you'll arrive somewhere, right? You're not going to get to where you want to be if you don't set the goal, you don't set the destination. So the first thing is you have to set the destination, and also when you set the goal, you need to understand that clarity is power. You need to be clear. It needs to be a clear, concise mental image you have in there. But the biggest problem I see with a lot of people, especially when they want the law of attraction to work for them, is they are holding on with that expectation. And there's a big problem with expectations. Because when one has expectations and they don't get the result, let's say the next day, they feel bad, they feel disappointed, and so they start losing that motivation and they start backing off from the goal. So how do you actually keep that motivation going? Very simple. Do not have expectations. Now, to some of you, that might sound quite weird. Why not have expectations? Because understand one thing. Without expectations, you will never have disappointment. Disappointment can only happen with expectations, right? By the way, if you're into this, I've got a really cool video. It's actually pinned to my wall on my Facebook. You can actually search it up. It's Erico Official on Facebook. Make sure to follow the page as well. I do 1-minute motivation things on the Facebook page, right? So anyway, let's get back to it. So the first thing is, yes, you need to set it. You need to set that goal. But then what you need to do, now you set it, you've got the clarity, you know exactly step by step what action points you're gonna take. The next thing is you need to forget it, meaning you need to let go of the expectation, but allow for the knowing. Now, I really want you to write that one down. I want you to even write this one down and stick it on your wall. Let go of the expectation, but allow for the knowing. What does this mean? It means that whatever I do, whatever new ventures I get into, I always have the knowing now that it will be successful, that I will become rich in this, that I will make money in this project, the other project, the next project. I always have a knowing, except it's a knowing without the ego. You let go of the expectation. You let go of needing it to happen tomorrow. And then what happens is you allow the universe to work its magic and you allow, stay relaxed, do what you do on a daily basis. Obviously, you still work hard for it, but you relax the mind. The easiest way for a lot of you to be able to relate to this is sometimes you may have had this situation before. You are waiting for a phone call, or maybe you message somebody and you are waiting for them to message you back, right? You're really excited to see the message. So every 3 seconds you check the phone. For a whole day, you check the phone. Every 3 seconds, you're holding on with that expectation and you get disappointed every 3 seconds, right? And then you get disappointed. And then what happens is you put the phone down, you think, they're not gonna message. You walk away, you come back a couple hours later, boom, the message is there. And a lot of the time this happens. Why? Because the universe can only work its magic and energy can only flow once you've allowed and let go of the expectation and allowed the flow to happen. So that's the process of setting it and forgetting it. By the way, I go into step-by-step details on this in my book. And I'd like to do this because you guys have been amazing throughout this whole following and subscribing. Make sure, by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, then subscribe and hit the notifications button. But I'd like to give you a gift for all the support that you guys have been giving me. So I've put a link, I'm going to put a link on the bottom of this video, and it's for my new book called Set It and Forget It. Now I'm gonna put it on there, and then you guys can download it for free. But the only thing I ask is this, right? You enjoy it, please do. Come back, comment, and just give me your feedback. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you learned from it, because it's always nice to put the energy out and get that energy back as well. This is how flow works. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up, do support by giving us some comments below, and make sure, really remember to hit the subscribe button, and next to it there's a notifications button. Make sure to hit that, because every single day I'm committed to putting videos out there to keep you on track to make this year your best year yet. Guys, that's it from me. Namaste. Bye for now.